as the success of Vision 2030, Jamaica National Development Plan, is hinged on the inclusion, participation, and engagement of young people. Goal 3 of the Population Sector Plan of Vision 2030 Jamaica recognizes that a girl's tomorrow is dependent on making the right investments in our development today. Let me repeat that. Goal 3 of the Population Sector Plan of Vision 2030 Jamaica recognizes that a girl's tomorrow is dependent on making the right investments in her development today. It further seeks to ensure that adolescents and youth are fully empowered, protected, and enabled to fully realize their social, cultural, and human rights, and fulfill their physical, economic, social, and emotional aspirations. With approximately 13.4% of Jamaica's population being girls aged 10 to 24 years in 2015, robust investment in their quality of life is an effective development strategy, as the tangible benefits will last throughout their lifetime with greater returns. In essence, investments in young people, specifically girls, is an effective strategy to meet national development priorities in both the short, medium, and long term. Based on the theme of the report, investments in the human capital of women, and specifically adolescent girls, have been found internationally to result in multiple benefits. Of special note is the effect of breaking the intergenerational cycle of poverty, to which a large segment of our population are subjected purely on grounds of birth and access to the means of survival. Further investments in education, governance, and infrastructure have resulted in increasing the chances of realizing the potential of economic growth, as well as delayed fertility, and consequently greater and higher quality participation in the labor market and transition out of poverty. I wish to underscore that the provision of high quality, internationally recognized, and comprehensive education can build resilience among young women, which can pave the way for livelihoods that will contribute to their personal, community, and national development. Through acquiring competencies that meet labor market demands and life skills, young women are empowered to continue their education, find decent work, and reduce the unnecessary consequences of having children too early. The skills so derived should also equip them to operate effectively in a globalized labor market, as well as to empower them to create their own businesses and improve their life chances and quality of life. Leadership is a critical element of investment in young girls. Adult civic engagement has been largely determined by habits of participation developed through adolescence or during adolescence. To engender a greater level of participation and leadership of women in politics, business, and civil society, the investment and culture of leadership must be built in our young women from an early stage in their development. The government, through its respective youth agencies, continues to provide opportunities to harness the creative input and energy of young people to transform the Jamaican society. This engagement is also evident in the work of civil society groups. We must continue to empower our young girls to play an active role in the leadership and advocacy at all levels of the society. Investment in women and girls have improved over time. However, there still remains areas of improvement, and this remains a priority strategy for development as we embark on the drive to implement the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development.